Hi, this is Jason with Photified, and today I have the Sony a7II. I went ahead and bought one, and I'm happy that I did wait and get the 2 version, as the build quality is great. The thing feels just like a brick in your hand. The focusing system is, it's okay. I'm fine with it. It's not going to hinder my performance in my wedding photography in any way. I just wish the hybrid focus area was wider, like the a6000. I do like that the contrast is on the whole frame. You don't see that on every camera out there, so it's nice to be able to select those areas. And you know, using the older lenses with it, like this Minolta MD Rokkor-X. This is the 1.7, is awesome, and this lens is super sharp. It's a good copy that I got here, and I just bought these $10 adapters with it. I'm also using the Synchronon MC Auto 28 2.8, and this lens is super sharp as well. All manual lenses, all older lenses. And then my wife one day, she was over at the thrift store and she found the Celtic MC Minolta for $7. It's a 3.5, and this lens is so sharp that this actual camera can't resolve it. Like, seriously, at wide open, this lens is just insanely sharp. And this is a 35 or a 135 millimeter, so great portrait lens. The focus is nice and smooth. Not for sports. No, this is more going to be for the person who's taking their time doing portrait work, or is setting a scene, or has the time to focus in certain situations. So not really for sports. Now, I've used it with the 70-200, and the combination is great. The bokeh and the depth of field that you get compared to the a6000, of course, is going to be greater. And what I'm finding is I still love this on this a6000 for the sports ability. So the way I'm looking at the a6000 now in my workflow is, it's going to be my sports camera, my action camera, the fleeting moments camera. And this camera is going to be, the a7II is going to be my kind of special effects kind of camera in the sense. I plan on buying, the Speedmaster 50 0.95, and the new one that's going to be coming out, the 85 1.2, all manual lenses. I'm going to do more research on those though and see if I'm really sure on that. If I do spend the money on these lenses, I want them to be pretty sharp. So if I'm buying a manual lens and I'm not getting the autofocus ability, I want to make sure that the lenses that I'm getting are going to be really sharp. So why am I not getting autofocus lenses? Well, the bang for the buck factor in the manual lens sector of things is phenomenal. Rokkor, the 51.2, or the 1.4, sorry, is, super sharp wide open. Oh, not super sharp, but reasonably sharp wide open. Sharper than the actual Canon 1.4, which isn't saying much for Canon. Even their 1.2 is a little soft. When I used to own the 6D, I rented the 1.2. Maybe I got a bad copy, but I noticed the focusing in that was very much a little soft, even wide open. And the whole point of buying these lenses is to use them wide open. And I want to use these lenses wide open with an ND filter and use them in flash, so I can create darker backgrounds and light my subject. So anyways, that goes on to say, with the in-body stabilization of this camera, it works really well. I'm blown away by it. So any lens I put on this, it's going to be optical stabilized, which is going to help me more, especially in the manual lens sector of things. Now, I do plan on buying like the Zeiss 24-70. I know it's not as sharp, but it's a good all-around lens to have in that focal range. And with the 70 to 200, that'll pretty much give me every focal range I need, other than the ultra wide and the ultra telephoto. But really, I don't need those. So, and when it comes to, using these manual lenses, it's really fun, and it brings back kind of a nostalgia, using this glass, and it makes you slow down. It's fun. And with this camera, the peaking and the focus abilities in it just make it so much easier. The build quality is great. I'm just glad that Sony decided to go the way they did. The focus door does, have that issue with opening. I've heard that. It does. They should be a little bit more prominent. The grip I like. It's weighty. It's a heavy camera. I don't feel like I'm going to break this thing, and that's good, because the a6000, you definitely feel like you're going to hurt that camera. I've dropped the a6000 actually at a wedding, and it did fine. So, and I've had it in some weather. Also, I wanted to say, if you guys like that wedding video I made, awesome. It takes some time. I've been using this Sony action cam, and it has steady shot in it, and it's pretty cool, and it's been doing good. I have it on a little tripod. I put it in my bag, and then when I have time, I set it down and hit record, and then send it to you guys. That wedding was hard to get everything together and stuff, and there's actually a lot of shots. I shot 6,000 photos that day, and I culled them down to 1,700. And just, these Sony cameras are really doing well. The a6000 is such a good camera. It really is. And this just adds to that, adds to it. It really adds to it. The focusing in it, I feel, is fine. You can shoot a wedding with this, and anyone who says any different, whatever, you can be snobby about it. I really don't care. I'm saying that this camera, build quality wise, and the stabilization built in, is such a valuable thing for me. And being able to use Leica glass and more specialty glass is awesome. So, these videos have been said before, and I'll say it again. Sony's doing something different, and I'm really enjoying it. I really like I love EVF. I don't look into this thing anymore. I turn it off, actually. I just turn it off because it's just a waste of power on the thing. And that's another thing, is the battery power on these suck. You're gonna have to buy a lot of batteries. I would just put a grip on it. Yeah, that takes away from the smallness of it and all that. But, if you're shooting long events, the battery grip is going to help. And if you're going out with your family, you could take off the grip, if you're going around town or if you're doing some street photography. So yeah, guys, I bought it. I own it. I love it. They still painted the hot shoe like a bunch of morons. So I had to, scrape off the paint on there. And I will be planning on buying another one of these. I don't know if I'll buy the R or the S, but I'm going to wait until they come out with a version 2 of those two cameras before I buy, because the build quality is just so much better than the original A7. And the steady shot inside is phenomenal as well. So I'm going to wait. I'm thinking I'll probably go for the A7R. So I have this, and then for just normal shooting, and then for like high resolution portrait work, or just anything that's, I'm going to need that high pixel range, I can have that in another camera. So I don't know if you're hearing my kids' toys in the background, but anyways. So yeah, guys, I love it. It's been great. With the manual lenses, it's phenomenal. So if you have a lot of old glass, this camera's for you. Just start adapting the hell out of it and have fun. So I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope to be pushing out more videos using just these cameras in wedding situations and in other situations, and hopefully recording it and giving it to you guys. It takes a lot of work to do so, and I gotta find someone. So that's really what it comes down to. Thank you guys for being so patient and waiting for me to pop out these videos. Right now I'm at about 1,000 subscribers, and I've got about 100 or almost 100,000 views. And I really appreciate you guys, checking me out and putting up with me. So you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.